My name is Lorna Tabu. The one thing that I am very proud of, the one thing I did right about 3 years ago was get into a Centonomy class. And they were talking about how we need to plan for our futures, how we need to start at the individual level for us to get to, national level when it comes to our finances. So that conversation really intrigued me. And it happened that there was an open day. There was an open day, and Washeke said it would be at this very venue, and Caroline was supposed to be one of the guests, and I was so excited about that, and I really wanted to come. But that particular morning, I was at work, so I didn't make it. So I came right after my shift ended at work at around 1. So this place was empty, and there were like 2 ladies at the entrance, 2 ladies who work for Centonomy. So I just gave them my details, and I was like, yeah, get in touch with me and give me an update. This looks like a good thing, a really good thing. So they kept sending email. That was in 2015. So they kept sending email and texts about their functions and whatnot. So in 2016 is when I got to attend the first open day. So it was about career. It was called Career Hub. That was an open day on the Career Hub, right? So we had a doctor who had switched from medicine and he had gone on to pharmaceuticals and stuff. So he was telling us about his journey, how he had risen from a doctor in a local hospital, like way, way out there, somewhere at the coast, to now the head of East and Central Africa, something like that. So that journey intrigued me, and I signed up. So for that meeting, that open day, I had attended with 6 of my friends, and 3 of us decided to be in the class. It's called the Career Hub class. So it was a 5-week. By then it was 5 weeks. Right now it's 6 weeks. It was a 5-week journey on what you need to do to shine at your place of work. So I just wanted something. I wanted something different. I wanted something to get me out of that rut, because everything I was trying at that point was not working. You ask for transfer, you ask for promotion, you ask to move, and it seems like you're speaking a language no one understands, like you're speaking Greek, they're speaking Swahili, and there's just a lot of space over here, Yeah, so I came for the first class, and in the first class, we were told about how it is really not about you. It is about the value that you bring to the organization. So it can't be about, I do this so well, so that at the end of the month, I get paid this much. That hourly calculation we've just done with Mr. Waithaka. So I think at that point in time, I knew what I was good at. And I was really proud of being able to do this. But I never used to put it in context. Like, why do I do this? And what value does it bring to my employer? So the first session was about that. Like, what value do you bring? And also, even as you bring value, it doesn't just help for you to be good and for no one to know about it, It is good for you to be good at what you do and to shout about it. I became the biggest campaigner for myself. Like, I am my own champion. I am that person. When I do something right, you will know about it. I learned that at Centonomy. You will know about it. In the past, I used to think that is not, the way we are taught, you need to be humble. Nyenyekea mbele ya Bwana. Unajua? Atakuinua, yes? Amen? Am I speaking to somebody? That does not work, by the way. In the workspace, that will not work for you. You're supposed to be the red car. In a sea of white cars, what will make you stand out? So what makes you stand out is what you're good at, what you're passionate about. What you have perfected over the years. And in those 8 years, I'd perfected quite a lot, by the way. I just wasn't making noise about it. After Centonomy, I came to start making noise about it. So I cannot say that Centonomy didn't have a part to play. It did. It had a really great part to play. Before then, I just used to think, okay, I have this job. It pays my bills. I can wait for end month like everyone else and get my money. The employer is getting what they need to get from me, so what next? It was never about what value can I add. It was never about how am I going to make myself stand out so that I am the red car. So Centonomy did that for me. That for week 1, that is all it did. Week 2, I was able to see my strengths. I was able to tap into them. I mean, I teach, I train, I mentor. Those make sense to me. Week 3 was about social capital. Now, social capital was a unit that was taken by, we were taught by Mr. Mwenesi Musalia. If you're on YouTube and on social networks, or you've seen him on TV, yeah, he talks a whole lot about how to be like the whole package, how to be a good brand. He's really good on branding and all that. So from Mr. Musalia, I learned about social capital. And I think that is what I was able to capitalize on to even get my transfer and, to get all these good things working for me. He was able to show that it is not enough just to be good. It is not enough just to know everything, but it is good also to have a few, soft skills, as they call them. It's about how people feel you. For example, as I stand here, as I talk to you, what feeling do I create in you? Do I make you want to talk to me? Do I repulse you? As I listen to you, do you feel like I am listening, or do you feel like I have other things to do? Even as I teach you, am I talking to you like I know this, you don't know this, or am I talking to you as someone who wants to listen to your to your story, so that I can also see how my story blends into that. So it was all about these soft skills, how people relate to you, how people feel you. It's about the taste you leave in people's mouths. Up until then, by the way, I used to think that, as long as you show up, as long as you take care of what you're supposed to take care of, it doesn't matter who you step on, it doesn't matter how you do it, as long as it gets done. But social capital changed that whole equation for me. It taught me it's not just about what you do. It's also about how you do it. It's about how you say things, how you communicate. So for me, social capital was like my take-home, my ultimate take-home from Centonomy career accelerator, from that program. For me, that is what really brought it home. So how has Centonomy affected my wealth? Because we are talking about wealth. Wealth is basically about your bottom line, your money and all that. So the first thing was my salary increased, which is good. I like percentages. So if I give a figure, a percentage should be like by 62%, which is quite significant. And then secondly, as at that point, I used to rotate around debt. You're playing with a mobile loan here, you're playing with your credit card there, and then your salary comes, you pay them, and then now you start the circle. You just play, you're like, it's all my money anyway, It's my money, I'm paying myself in advance. But when I went now to the new station, I was able to get my house in order. I would say I cleared 100% of the debt I had. If I was to give a figure, it's not so much. But at that point, it used to really take me around in circles. So I cleared that debt, and I stopped relying on mobile loans and on credit cards. So it got me disciplined. And also, there was a huge debt, a mortgage, I would say, I've been paying. So since I went to the new station, I've paid 39% of the mortgage. Yes, just to put it in context, no figures, just percentages. So I've paid 39%. And when it comes to my investments, he said we don't save money, we invest it. The last time I checked on my investments, the best one was at 13%, that is at the end of last year. The one that was worst performing was maybe at 6%, so give or take. So there's some savings and there's some investing going on. I mean, it's still an ongoing journey, and I'm grateful that Centonomy got me onto that. Centonomy Career Hub changed how I think. It changed how I execute my roles where I am. It made me feel that it doesn't matter that I work for this organization right now, but what am I bringing to it? If you take Lorna from where she is right now and you plant her to another place, are you going to get the same brand Lorna? Are you going to get the same kind of productivity? Are you going to get the same kind of energy, the same kind of vibe? So that's what Centonomy Career Hub did for me. It got me from that state of mind where I used to think that, oh, I am so lucky to have this job. you know the way you think, oh, I am so lucky to have this job. You keep walking as though you're treading on ice. You don't even want to use your creativity. You don't want to use your brain. You're basically on autopilot because you don't want to rock the boat. You just want to do everything as it is, as it's written on the manual. You don't want anyone to notice you because you're trying to be humble and to just get your salary, you know? No, Centonomy Career Hub got me from that. So I'm at a point where, for me, I think it's good to disrupt things. Centonomy taught me to be disruptive, even from my place of work. If there's a new thing that needs to be taken up, I mean, you create your own job. Sometimes you create your own JD, your job description. You just go along and you say, oh, this needs to be done. Okay, I'll do it. It's fine. Then people are like, okay, huyo anakuanga na kimbelembele kwa nini? What are you about? But you know what you're about. Because it's very possible to create a job and find that you have created a job that you fit so nicely that a title is given to you for that job that you created yourself. I mean, that is what Centonomy did for me. It helped me craft a job. I can't even tell you what I do. If I give you my business card, it would read, oh, I deal in customer experience. But if you ask me what I do, I will tell you I provide financial solutions. That is what I do. It is just a blanket statement that says everything I do. Because customer experience is such a small fraction. It's such a small fraction of what I do. Centonomy helped open my mind and taught me that I am not a title. I am what I bring to the table. And as I do that and I get wealthier, I mean, I improve my bottom line. I mean, who's complaining? I am not complaining, by the way. So that is how my journey with Centonomy has been. Thank you.